Hello, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live tonight across YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. And it is time for the best rivalry in CONCACAF, one of the best rivalries you'll find in international soccer. It's the United States against Mexico with a trophy on the line. It's the CONCACAF Nations League Final, and these two historic rivals square off from Denver, Colorado at Mile High Stadium on this Sunday evening. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. I cannot tell you how pumped I am for this one. This is what us as fans, they as players live for. It's rivalry games like these, and there's nothing like the U.S.-Mexico rivalry. Let me get straight into the starting lineups for tonight. First, for the United States, it is starting in goal, Zach Steffen. At the back, Serginho Dest, Mark McKenzie, John Brooks, and DeAndre Yedlin. The two holding mids, Weston McKennie and Kellen Acosta. And then up top, it is Christian Pulisic, Josh Sargent, and Gio Reyna. That's what the U.S. lineup looks like tonight. I'll get to Mexico in a moment. Thank you, Yoshi Bros, for joining the broadcast. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me on as a special guest. And let's get to the Mexico starting lineup, shall we? It's Memo Ochoa starting in goal. At the back, Gallardo, Moreno, Alvarez, Araujo. And then in the midfield, Rodriguez, Hector Herrera, and Luis Rodriguez. And then up top, it is the combination of Jesus Corona, Uriel Antuna, and Irving Chucky Lozano. What a game this should be tonight. 9:36 Eastern Time kickoff. A late start for us here on the eastern coast of the United States. It's a 7:36 local time kickoff in Denver. The United States led by head coach Greg Berhalter. And leading Mexico is, of course, Gerardo Tata Martino, the former coach of Atlanta United in MLS. Of course, Tata Martino won an MLS Cup while he was with Atlanta United. This should be a fun one, a rivalry game with a trophy up for grabs. And not to mention the electric atmosphere inside Mile High Stadium. Of course, it is a U.S. home game, but we all know about the Mexican support throughout the United States. Both fan bases making themselves heard. As we're underway in Denver, the U.S. in all white going from left to right as they kick things off. Mexico in black going from right to left in this opening half as the long ball is sent forward, sails over the end line for a goal kick to Mexico. Already the fans making plenty of noise. Here is Memo Ochoa. Tim Ream wins the header. And now out for a U.S. throw-in taken by Serginho Dest. Yes, USA, let's go. Absolutely, Caden. Thanks for joining the broadcast. I appreciate it, Caden. Now Mexico take it away. And here come Mexico. John Brooks steps in, but can't win it. And now it's sent out wide. Mexico on the attack. Here's Jesus Corona. Corona gets by Yedlin. Yedlin, though, recovers nicely. Although that's a bad giveaway. Mexico on the attack. And it's fired in by Jesus Corona. 65 seconds into the match. And Mexico take the lead. It's a perfect start for El Tri and a nightmare start for the United States. Just 65 seconds in. Awful giveaway. And there to capitalize is Jesus Corona. Just a nightmare pass from Mark McKenzie trying to play out of the back. And with the steal is Corona. And he just absolutely roofed this shot by Zach Steffen. And already it's Mexico on the front foot. A 1-0 lead for the visitors in this Nations League Final. What's going on, Elvin? Thanks for tuning in. Oh, man, what a nightmare start this is for the U.S. The 9th goal for Jesus Corona in his Mexico career. I don't know, Caden. This is about as rough of a start as you can find We'll see now how the United States bounce back. An unbelievable start in this championship game of the CONCACAF Nations League. Josh Sargent with a little push to the backside of Hector Moreno. Free kick to Mexico. And going back to that Mexico goal, just a poor decision from Mark McKenzie, and he knew it right away. Just a pass that you cannot make out of the back, trying to play it out wide, but in the area was Corona. A good read, a good steal, and a fantastic finish from close range, giving Steffen no chance. It only took just over a minute for Mexico to grab the opener. And we knew this was going to be Mexico's playing style. They were going to go after it from the start. And that's exactly what we've seen. And now the U.S. will have to really wake up after conceding early. Of course, Mexico are coming off of a semifinal on Thursday in which they failed to score. It was 0-0, Mexico winning against Costa Rica in penalty kicks as a free kick's awarded to the U.S. Ooh, and that's a swing and a miss there. In on goal is Josh Sargent. Sargent with a chance and a save made. Memo Ochoa passes his first test of the night. Wow, some jitters early on both sides as it was given away in a dangerous area by Hector Moreno. In steps Tim Ream. Christian Pulisic's pass played just behind Serginho Dest. And now here come Mexico the other way. Thanks, Carlos, for joining the broadcast. Yeah, what a start for Mexico, huh? Wow. An unbelievable start for Mexico in this one. 1-0 early on. Well, that early goal could make for quite an epic game because, as you can tell by the start of this one, play already opening up. And the Mexico faithful are being heard loud and clear at Mile High Stadium. That was the second fastest goal for Mexico against the United States since 1990. Going back to that Josh Sargent chance, just a mistake from Moreno. And in the end, Sargent just a bit off balance. A little bit of contact from behind by Edson Alvarez threw off Sargent on the shot. A bit of an awkward save in the end for Ochoa, but still able to make the stop at the near post. What's going on, Swoxio? Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Glad you're enjoying the commentary. How do I already have these statistics? Well, I take some notes before the game, and then I will admit some of the statistics they actually put up on the screen, on the telecast I'm watching the game off of. So that helps me with some of these stats. But some I do have written down before the game starts. Here down the right wing is Weston McKennie. His cross is cut out by Hector Moreno. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. What's going on? Panda, welcome in. I know, an early goal already for Mexico. Looks like we've got a lot of Mexico supporters in here, which is all right, I appreciate everyone stopping by tonight as that goes off of McKennie and out of play for a Mexico goal kick. Thank you, Ivan, for joining the broadcast. I don't know what's going on, man. This was an awful start. Awful start. You're saying 3-1 Mexico? All right. We shall see. We shall see. I'm getting nervous already as a United States supporter. No, I am here, Michael. A very late start for us on the East Coast, and I do have school tomorrow, but I'm staying up. I'm staying up for a U.S.-Mexico game. I can't miss it. I can't miss it no matter how late the game is. Berhalter fired? Yeah. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of supporters say that they want him out. I'm not a big fan of Berhalter myself. Look at the average age of the starting lineup for the U.S., 24 years, 206 days. For Mexico, 28 years, 214 days. So Mexico overall about 4 years older than this Mexico side. And already some bad blood early on. A foul committed by the United States. And it looked like it was DeAndre Yedlin committing the foul here. Yedlin is one of the few true veteran players on this U.S. team, as well as John Brooks and Tim Ream. Just a little late on the tackle. And slow to get up, but ultimately getting back to his feet was Jesus Corona. The goal scorer, just 65 seconds in. You still have a heart for USA, but your side goes to Mexico. Okay, yeah. Well, no, there's plenty, of Mexican Americans that I know, and they're torn. They have an American side of them, but then their family's from Mexico, so they ultimately choose Mexico whenever they face the U.S. But it's tough when these two teams meet for a lot of Mexican Americans, I'm sure. But I feel like a majority of them, go for Mexico whenever, these two sides ultimately meet. Appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. 9 minutes in, just about. Yeah, my dad's Portuguese, so I have no affiliation with Mexico. So I'm full U.S. because I was born in the U.S. from the U.S. My dad is from Portugal, so I also support Portugal. But luckily, the Portugal and the U.S. can only meet in the World Cup, which did happen back in 2014. A 2-2 draw in the end. With all that talent, Berhalter should be fired and replaced by Jesse Marsch. Yeah. Yes, you are correct, Caden. Des is at left back, and already a yellow card shown. John Brooks committing the foul, following through that time on Chucky Lozano. Lozano, of course, playing his club football with Napoli in Italy, but he could be on his way out. We'll see. So John Brooks shown the first yellow card of the game. I'm sure we'll see many more of those. What's going on, JM, over on Periscope? Do I think the U.S. can come back? Sure. I mean, it's still very early. The game just started. So as long as the U.S. gain their composure, I'm confident they can come back. Yeah, a great match in rivalry, no doubt about it, Carlos. And yes, Thomas, I appreciate you tuning in as well. I am a CR7 fan. Yep, being Portuguese, I'm a huge Cristiano fan, no doubt about that. Yeah, I know, Elvin. They do seem a bit disorganized early on. I will say that. Thanks, Tony, for joining. Another Mexico fan. I know the fans of Mexico are certainly delighted with this start. Appreciate all of you tuning in. U.S. and Mexico fans alike. It's a great rivalry, as Carlos said in the chat, as that pass is sent out of play by Acosta. And that goes to your point, Elvin, about the, disorganization of this U.S. team. Some of the players don't seem to be on the same page at times, which is an area of concern, a cause for concern is what I should say. Early on. 11 minutes played. It's 1-0 Mexico in this great rivalry game, the best rivalry there is in CONCACAF. The two giants of CONCACAF. And these two sides haven't met in nearly 2 years. This is a great ball over the top, just beyond Chucky Lozano, who is making the run. Steffen lets it go out for a goal kick. These two teams haven't met, as I was saying, since the summer of 2019 in the Gold Cup final, a game in which Mexico won in Chicago. It's the 71st meeting between these two sides, if I'm not mistaken. Once again, the U.S. just really all over the place at the back. It's a poor turnover. And now blasted out of play by Kellen Acosta. Acosta, the lone MLS player in the starting lineup tonight. He plays for the Colorado Rapids, just down the road from Denver. What's going on, Ben? Welcome in. Well, yeah, I agree with you there, Ben. I mean, they'll have to be more attacking minded now, no doubt about that. Yeah, I know. The Greg Berhalter being the coach, I'm just not a big fan. Like a lot of you are, like a lot of you are saying as well. I didn't like the hire when it happened, and I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna keep my trust with him for now, but there's only so much patience one can have. I don't know if Berhalter is the right person for the job. When he took over, I thought no, Michael. Um, we'll see how this game plays out, and then of course the Gold Cup this summer. When it comes to World Cup qualifiers in the fall, I mean that will be the last straw for Berhalter, because we need to see results against the best sides like Mexico. Yeah, Fernando, they're definitely looking extremely nervous, no doubt. Thanks for tuning in. No, their passes are all over the place. Their passes are all over the place. Which trophy is better, Gold Cup or Nations League? It's an interesting question, Carlos, because the Nations League is brand new, and it's a trophy, but a lot of people are, questioning, what really is the Nations League, because CONCACAF kind of copied UEFA to, UEFA implemented their own Nations League, which replaced friendlies and at least made it replace those matches as competitive matches with this Nations League tournament. But it's hard to say which one is better, Carlos, because the Gold Cup obviously has been around for a while. It is a prestigious tournament. It's CONCACAF's regional tournament. With that being said, the U.S. Gold Cup roster will most likely be pretty much an all MLS roster. Mexico, it doesn't look like will have their A team for the Gold Cup, whereas both teams decided to go with their A teams in this tournament, in the Nations League. So I can't really answer that question, Carlos, because the Nations League is a brand new tournament. But with that being said, both teams went for, the U.S. and Mexico both went with their strongest team for this tournament, and it looks like they won't do that for the Gold Cup as Reyna touches the ball in an offside position. The flag raised on this near side. Free kick to Mexico. A quarter of an hour played. Mexico a 1-goal lead. And as good as this United States starting 11 is, and this roster is for the U.S., it is a very young team, which I alluded to at the start. It's a young team. As much as, a lot of these players, or a number of these players, I should say, play in, the biggest leagues in Europe and some of the biggest teams in Europe, there's something different, about games at the international stage, especially in CONCACAF, where it's going to be a battle. You're going to be tested. Not that that's not the case in Europe. It's just different, until you experience what it's like in a big CONCACAF game. You're not really aware of how it's going to be. And sometimes you learn the hard way. And for a lot of these players, this is their first competitive. These are their first few competitive matches of their international careers, which is something you have to point out. But of course, it's not an excuse to be had for the U.S. That's for sure. This is clipped to midfield. Acosta ahead for McKennie. Yeah, I feel like both teams are playing a bit aggressive. I mean, Brooks did get that early yellow card. I think the United States know it's going to be a physical game. Whenever these two teams meet, things always tend to get chippy, don't they? And this is a nice through ball up the middle. Sargent looking for Reyna. The pass just too far ahead. And Mexico take it away. Mexico looking to lead a counter. Through ball. And Lozano get there. Yes, he will. It's Chucky Lozano. 1v1 with Tim Ream. Lozano into the box. Driven ball to the penalty spot, but swooping in to claim possession was Weston McKennie. No one there for Mexico. Pulisic took a spill. No foul on the play. U.S. throw-in is given. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Late night on this Sunday for those of you on the East Coast of the U.S. I don't know why they scheduled the match this late. I mean, I understand it's in Denver where they're 2 hours behind my time, but it's a Sunday. You know, they certainly could have, you know, put the game at 5:30 local. As this ball's clipped in, and Steffen is there to make the save. He'll quickly throw it out wide for Serginho Dest. Dest playing left back. And here's Dest. What a run this is, getting by 2 Mexicans. And now Dest still going. Oh, what a move. Serginho Dest, edge of the box, squares it across. But it's cleared away by Jesus Gallardo. Gallardo, though, his clearance only going as far as, I believe, Kellen Acosta. Pulisic's effort blocked. Acosta second chance. Another block shot. Now it ends up wide with DeAndre Yedlin. The U.S. with their brightest football so far. Reyna curling ball in with the right foot. Mexico clear, and Lozano's fouled by Weston McKennie. Well, that's better from the United States. A bit of individual brilliance from Serginho Dest that unfortunately didn't result in a shot on goal for the U.S. You're hoping you wake up with a USA win tomorrow and a Logan Paul victory. Indeed. That's right. That Logan Paul fight is happening tonight as well. Oh, what a ball over the top. Here come Mexico. Cut back, but intercepted by John Brooks. Brooks read that one nicely. He's already on a yellow, John Brooks. He'll have to be careful the rest of the night. That's stolen in the midfield. Pulisic as his pass cut out by Araujo. Nice takeaway, though, in the middle by Mark McKenzie. Good combination play between Sargent and McKennie. McKennie going wide. It's Christian Pulisic onto his right. A collision in the box. And they'll call a foul against Pulisic in the end. Free kick to Mexico. Well, Pulisic getting on the ball more and more. Final execution just not quite there. A couple of his touches have just been, a bit too far ahead. And an example of that was that last chance he had. 20 minutes gone. 1-0 Mexico. A goal just over a minute in from Jesus Corona has Mexico in the lead. The fouls, by the way, 6-1 U.S., and that's a perfectly timed slide tackle from Tim Ream. Now the U.S. on the break. It's Gio Reyna going down. Reyna calling for a penalty. The referee lets them play on. And now Mexico working out of the back. This game has really opened up. Oh, it's a nice move. Corona accelerating down the sideline. Got by Yedlin, but McKenzie stepped in, blasting that one out of play. It will be a Mexico throw-in. Mark McKenzie looking to shake off that early mistake that led to the Corona goal. What a great atmosphere in Denver. Of course, it is a U.S. home game, but as we see for pretty much all U.S.-Mexico games on U.S. soil, there's a large Mexican fan base. Of course, with the U.S. being such a diverse country, they never get true home field advantage, do they? Of course, there is great support for the United States in this one as well, but the Mexico fans can certainly be heard at Mile High Stadium. Someone just got a new ball. I missed that, Elvin. Here is Zach Steffen. Out to midfield, headed out of play by Gallardo. DeAndre Yedlin wanting to take a quick throw. The ball boy being worked. About a quarter through this match. It's the final of the CONCACAF Nations League. A trophy will be earned. Who will be lifting it at the end of the night? Oh yeah, that's why. Oh yeah, when McKenzie sent it out of play, yeah, it went high into the stands. Yep, that's right. This is back with Memo Ochoa. Ochoa, the long-time Mexico goalkeeper, and a great one as well. Oh, this is down the middle, headed back to Lozano. Lozano out wide. This ball clipped to the back post, and Yedlin is there, conceding a corner kick. And it will be the first corner of the match for Mexico. Let's look back at this chance. Yeah, it was a dangerous ball to the back post. No one was really making that back post run, however, for Mexico. And here comes El Tri's first corner. Hector Herrera goes short. Herrera gets it back. Good ball in and headed home by Mexico. It's a second goal, and it comes from Hector Moreno. 24th minute, Mexico 2, U.S. 0. Another goal, and Mexico are taking over in the opening half. Set piece opportunity, and Mexico take full advantage. They played it short, and then the cross came to the back post. Just no one on Hector Moreno making the back post run, and he makes the U.S. pay. A great service from Hector Herrera, but then no one marking Moreno. And that's simply a mistake that the U.S. cannot afford. Tata Martino pleased on the Mexico sideline. It's all Mexico early, 2-0 to El Tri. A 24th minute goal has doubled the advantage for Mexico. However, there is VAR, folks, and the referee is going over to the monitor to take a look. Yeah, Fernando, perhaps an offside here. Zach Steffen immediately raised his arm after the ball went in, claiming that Moreno is offsides. We'll see what comes of this review. Ooh. Yeah, I certainly see why this is being reviewed. The right leg of Moreno perhaps could have been slightly offsides. And the decision has been made. Let's see. It will be offside. So the U.S. catch a huge break. Offside called. And the United States are very fortunate there. It will stay 1-0. So no goal for Mexico. Slightly offsides was Hector Moreno. The U.S. catch a huge break right there. Yeah, what a big decision that is, but it looked like the right one. You know, looking at the replay, it seemed like the right leg of Moreno was just in front of, I believe, Tim Ream, who was the last defender. Look at this quick throw-in. Making the run down the sideline is Josh Sargent. Here come the United States. Sargent cuts it back, seeking out Reyna, but it's knocked away by Jesus Gallardo. It will be a corner kick to the U.S. Christian Pulisic taking the corner kick. How do the U.S. respond to that goal called off by Mexico? Can they feed off of this decision? Oh, outswing in the penalty spot, headed off the post and put away. Goal USA! It's Giovanni Reyna, and it's tied in the 26th minute. What a turnaround! Gio Reyna scores, and his father Claudio and his mother Danielle in attendance. The United States pull level. Outswinging delivery sent in by Christian Pulisic. The original header off the post from Weston McKennie, and there to clean it up is Gio Reyna. Big time goal. This game is level. It's game on in the CONCACAF Nations League Final. Wow. What a turn of events from Mexico, thinking they were up 2-0 to the U.S. tying it moments later. A half an hour played, not even. And this game has been absolutely insane so far, with more twists and turns surely to come. Gio Reyna scores for the U.S. His third goal with the U.S. men's national team in just his 7th cap. And now it's the U.S. with all of the momentum. Wow. Yeah, that was incredible, Michael. An incredible sequence of events. And now the U.S., after scoring on the set piece, have the momentum on their side. The parents of Gio Reyna celebrating like crazy in the stands. You love to see it. Of course, Gio Reyna's father, Claudio Reyna, was the United States men's national team player himself back in the day. Now he works for Austin FC in MLS. Gio Reyna was the 2020 U.S. Soccer Young Male Player of the Year. Right place at the right time off the rebound. Here come Mexico, though, looking to reclaim the lead. Driving forward is Chucky Lozano. And offside here against Mexico, as the flag was raised by the AR. Free kick to the U.S. Let's look back here. Yeah, it was it was an attempted shot, as a matter of fact, and it went off the back of the leg of Uriel Antuna. It looked like Antuna actually was part of the U23 Mexico team that played in the CONCACAF Olympic qualifying. I think he's the only one. Antuna, who spent some time with the Galaxy. Now back in Mexico in Liga MX. Playing with is it Chivas? I hope that's who he's with now. I could be wrong. I think that's right. McKenzie in a wrestling match here. Foul called against him. Free kick to Mexico. The referee will have to take control here as things continue to get chippy. Taken down was Jesus Corona. Corona opened the scoring just over a minute in, and then moments ago, it was Gio Reyna with a 27th minute equalizer. Just moments after Mexico thought they had their second goal, which was called back for offside. Thank you, Brian, for joining the broadcast. I mean, we'll see, Brian. We'll see who wins tonight. If the U.S. win, I don't want to hear that Mexico are better than the U.S. I don't want to hear it. But yeah, historically speaking, Mexico have been better than the U.S., but it is a new generation of U.S. talent. See if they can knock off Mexico tonight. Jesus Corona wins a throw-in for Mexico on the near side. About 15 minutes to play. Or has the flag gone up? Yes, it has. My apologies. So it'll be a free kick to the U.S. after flag went up on the far side. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Yeah, nervy moments early if you're a supporter of either of these sides. It's certainly going to be an interesting game tonight. We've already had quite the start, and we're only a third through it. 1-1 the score in Denver. Acosta finding McKennie. McKennie with some open space. McKennie trying to play through Josh Sargent. The pass was cut out for a U.S. throw. Berhalter quickly getting that ball to Yedlin. The U.S. trying to play at a quick pace. Thanks for joining, Eric. No, I can't show the game, unfortunately, Eric, for copyright reasons. YouTube's very strict with copyright, and if I'd get in a lot of trouble if I showed the game, because I could get my channel banned if I were to show the game and get copyrighted, which I do not want to happen. So no, you'll just find live play-by-play commentary here. This game is on CBS Sports Network and Paramount Plus, as well as Univision for those of you watching in the United States. And that ball played just beyond the outstretched leg of Chucky Lozano. A dozen minutes to play in the opening half, and this half has had plenty of drama, hasn't it? 1-1 the score. Oh, and that's a takeaway. Mark McKenzie turns it over. And now here is Carlos Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking to go across field, but Uriel Antuna could not control. And it will be a goal kick to the U.S. That's another giveaway from McKenzie in a bad area. The nerves certainly seem to be getting to him. McKenzie, who plays his club soccer for Genk in Belgium. The U.S. will work it out from the back. Pulisic was trying to get on the receiving end of that pass. It's turned over. Great cross in, just over the head of Rodriguez. Now on the left side, it's Mexico still on the attack. Corona lays it back. Gallardo, the in-swinging cross. John Brooks gets ahead to it. And now it comes out for Rodriguez of Tigres. Here is Hector Moreno. Gallardo back to Ochoa. The crowd has certainly been into it from the start after that early Mexico goal. Oh, and this is turned over by Gallardo. Can the U.S. capitalize? Giovanni Reyna. Reyna to the back post! And it's just beyond Josh Sargent. Oh, my goodness. What a chance for the U.S. to take the lead. Many opportunities for both teams have come courtesy of turnovers from both teams. And Reyna with a dangerous ball to the back post just beyond Josh Sargent, who is making the back post run. Yeah, what a chance that was. What a chance. Here now is Dest. This one played ahead. Sargent couldn't quite control. 10 minutes remaining in the first half of play. McKenzie chasing down this ball for the U.S. Corona applying the pressure, and Corona will earn a throw-in. McKennie wins it for the U.S. Possession short-lived, though, for the U.S. One back by Mexico. Now a chance! And a strike from just outside the box sent over by Antuna. That one was skied over the crossbar. Yeah, I know, Michael. This game has been fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. A great match for the neutrals as well. No doubt. No doubt. Who's had the advantage in the first half so far, Eric? Well, I mean, I'd probably say Mexico. They've had a few more chances, but the U.S. did just tie the game up about 9 minutes ago. But I would say Mexico. They've had more opportunities. With that being said, it's not like the U.S. have had a lack of chances. They, of course, scored from that corner kick. Had a good chance moments ago with Sargent making the back post run. 37th minute. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in on this Sunday night in the CONCACAF Nations League Final. That pass is cut out. It now falls back to Hector Herrera. Now Moreno. Out wide with Corona. Gallardo. Into Moreno. Mexico patient in possession. Here's Rodriguez, closed down by Serginho Dest. Dest, of course, plays for FC Barcelona. Oh, and that's a nice turn from Hector Herrera. This is sprayed out wide on the right wing by Carlos Rodriguez. Kept in on the far sideline. Nice pass. Rodriguez lays it wide. Here comes the cross. And McKenzie heads it away from danger. Mexico back with it. Yeah, we will need to see some magic from Pulisic tonight, Eric. I hope we do. Pulisic's been relatively quiet to start this one. U.S. trying to win back possession, but it's held onto by Herrera. Into Rodriguez. Edge of the box. John Brooks defending. Now here's Herrera. Herrera takes a crack at goal. Sliding block by Kellen Acosta, but Mexico still in possession. And Rodriguez sent it ahead, trying to find Lozano, who went down, looking for an off-the-ball foul, but the referee not having any of that. And finally, the U.S. get possession back. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight. A pleasure to have you along for this one. There's nothing like U.S.-Mexico. This is back with Steffen. That's intercepted by Jesus Corona. Here's Corona now on the near side. Corona. Now back to the right wing. No, Antuna with a nice burst of speed. Antuna crosses. And the one-time effort rolls wide. Lozano got on the end of this service. Didn't quite get the shot away that he was looking for. Yeah, the cross was just a bit behind him. A weak attempt in the end from Lozano as it rolled out for a goal kick. 40 minutes played, 5 remaining in the first half, and it's 1-1. We're all level in Denver, Colorado. I hope so, Michael. I hope Captain America's just getting warmed up. Gallardo looking for the 1-2, but the return pass had way too much pace, and it's another United States goal kick. Zach Steffen in no hurry to take the goal kick. Yeah, I know, Fernando. Whenever Mexico have a steal or in possession, the U.S. are having a bit of trouble winning it back. By the way, Gio Reyna, with that goal earlier in the half, became the second youngest goal scorer in a competitive match in United States men's national team history. I do not know who is the youngest. I'll try to look that up at the half. Here is Hector Herrera. Now Rodriguez. McKennie with a near steal, but Mexico keep possession. Now it's Chucky Lozano. Now one back by the U.S. Long ball forward just behind Pulisic, and Ochoa well out of his box. Is Mexico crowding Pulisic? I suppose a little bit, Eric. To be honest, Pulisic really hasn't gotten the ball that much. So, I when he has been in possession, yeah, they've closed him down quite a bit, but he hasn't had it all that much, to be honest with you. What's going on, Igor? Thanks for tuning in over on Twitch. I hope you're having a good night. Am I going to see Mayweather versus Logan? No, I am not. I might see some of the highlights, but I'm not. I'm not paying for, the amount that costs. Great ball over the top. In is Lozano, and Steffen comes out to make the save. What a chance that was for Mexico. Chucky Lozano in on goal all alone, and the Man City keeper, Steffen, comes out and makes the right decision in the end. A nice save from Steffen. It will be a Mexico corner kick. But, going back to your question, Igor, it's just too much money to watch the fight. It's pay-per-view, ridiculous price. And, I'm not too interested in it, to be honest with you. I'm much more interested in this game. Much more. This is sent across. Herrera from about 20 yards out. Heads it wide. Goal kick to the U.S. Yeah, that's a good point, Eric. It's definitely a very young team. An average age of like 22 and a half years, I think I said earlier. So, it's definitely nerve-wracking for young players to play in a big game like this. There's no doubt about it. There's nerves that are going to be there. Quick scoring summary for you. In the second minute, it was Jesus Corona with the opener. Then in the 27th minute, grabbing the equalizer was Gio Reyna from a corner kick. The Dortmund man pulling the U.S. level. As Pulisic tries to find Josh Sargent, it's taken away by Mexico. Oh, really, Igor? Okay, you have a follow in Twitch that shows the fight for free. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, Michael, that was a great save by Steffen moments ago. Yeah, Manchester City level, absolutely. Fernando, bouncing ball to the edge of the box, and Steffen leaps up to claim as Lozano is charging in. Steffen rolls it ahead for Mark McKenzie. Here is Acosta. Into stoppage time we go. We'll see how much is added on to the end of this first half as Pulisic was looking wide. Couldn't connect with DeAndre Yedlin, who was playing well up the pitch. There'll be just 1 minute added on to the end of this first half. What a first half it's been from Denver in this Nations League Final. In an epic rivalry match as well, which everyone is aware of. 30 seconds left in the half. Is there one last opportunity? This is Kellen Acosta. Mark McKenzie into John Brooks. Brooks looking wide. Too strong of a pass. Dest couldn't control, and that should put a bow on the opening half of play. There's just been some passes from the United States that have just not been on par with what's expected. But the U.S. have fought back nicely. The halftime whistle comes, and we're all square. It's the United States 1, Mexico 1 after 45 minutes of play. Mexico grabbed the lead early. Then they thought they doubled the lead, only for that goal to be called offside after a VAR review. And then moments later, off of the corner kick, McKennie's header off the post, and then the rebound cleaned up by Reyna for the goal. We're all square in Denver. The halftime report is next. What a game it's been so far, and still 45 more minutes to go at Mile High Stadium. Welcome into the halftime report, everybody, as the United States have a 1-1. The United States won, Mexico won. I apologize. I was sidetracked with something else. As 45 minutes are in the books from Mile High Stadium, and what an opening 45 minutes it was. And listen, I'll put it frankly, as a U.S. fan, I think we're fortunate to be to be level in this game, to be where we are in this match, because Tim Ream, Mark McKenzie, they scare me at the back, and McKenzie's nightmare mistake to start the game was definitely an awful start from the U.S. But you have to give the United States credit in the sense that they bounced back with a goal of their own, and after that nightmare start from the U.S., no one knew, what type of response we were going to see from the home side, because they easily could have been rattled. But no, they fought back, got that equalizer. And I think the longer it stays 1-1, perhaps we could see some frustration start to kick in for Mexico, who really could be and maybe should be leading right now. We thought they had a 2-0 lead. However, that was chopped off, that second goal chopped off for offside, which was the right call. I'm not just saying that because I'm a U.S. fan. Looking at the review, it did seem offside. VAR implemented in the proper manner. But something I need to highlight is the defensive struggles from the United States. I mean, it all started, a minute in with that horrible giveaway by McKenzie. You cannot play out of the back like he did. And there to capitalize was Corona. Maybe you get away with something like that against a weaker side, but not against Mexico. And also Mexico really opened up the space with some balls over the top. Serginho Dest on that left side is having a really difficult job, keeping up with the play, and has gotten beat down the right flank of Mexico multiple times. Which concerns me. So the defensive struggles are a real cause for concern, because the way the U.S. played in those opening 45 minutes, you feel like another mistake could happen any moment now. And Mexico are just so lethal in the attacking third that they can punish you in any given moment, like we saw a minute into the match. So despite the game being 1-1, there are some things that have concerned me a lot for the U.S. I'll get to more of that in a moment. But on the bright side, it was Gio Reyna with the game-tying goal, his first goal in a competitive match, his third as a member of the U.S. men's national team. Let's remember, this is only his 9th game, if I'm not mistaken, with the national team in all competitions. And for a young player like him, who's obviously had great experience at Dortmund in Germany, it's just a big-time goal. And I know it was a tap-in for Reyna, but strikers are at the right place at the right time, and he was there to clean it up. On the rebound, it was a nice attempt on the header from McKennie that went off the post, but Pulisic there to clean it up. And I appreciate that a lot, Michael. I appreciate the kind comments. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do have a great second half in store, and look at the watch parties around the country. Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, New York, New York. Watch parties around the country for this big occasion. I'll be back to preview the second half and tell you who needs to step up for the United States in order for them to get the victory. 1-1 the score after 45 minutes. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back in, everybody, to the halftime report. 1 goal apiece in this rivalry game with the CONCACAF Nations League trophy up for grabs. Who will claim that trophy come the night's end? That's the big question. And in order for the U.S. to pull off what would be an upset victory, I'll put it quite simple terms. Weston McKennie and Christian Pulisic, they need to step up. You know, McKennie did have that header that went off the post from the corner kick, which Reyna cleaned up for the goal. Outside of that, he really wasn't involved much. And I've already talked about Pulisic. He just really hasn't been on the ball much at all. Thank you, Rude Boy TV, for joining. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. And so Pulisic and McKennie, who are two of the best players on this U.S. team, they simply need to step their game up if the U.S. want to come away with the victory. A thrilling second half is in store. You won't want to miss it. It's coming your way next, right here. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, we are ready to go for the second half from Denver. It was the first half of many twists and turns, plenty of drama. Goals from Jesus Corona and Gio Reyna have the game level at 1, and what a final 45 minutes we should be in store for. Appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight as we are ready for the final 45 minutes. Appreciate you guys tuning into the broadcast. And yeah, I mean, this second half's going to have some fireworks. You know, that's in a Mexico-U.S. game like this, there's bound to be plenty of fireworks in this one tonight. And so I think we're certainly going to see more twists and turns in the road. I could definitely see a few more goals at least. We'll see. I feel like the key to this second half will be how both teams come out of the locker room right away, how both teams start the second half. But we shall see how it plays out. It's the CONCACAF Nations League Final, a trophy on the line, a competitive match between these two huge rivals. And the second half should not disappoint in the slightest. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in and being a part of tonight's broadcast. It's been a pleasure calling this game so far. And we've still got 45 more minutes to play from Empower Field inside Mile High Stadium, home of the Denver Broncos. A great atmosphere tonight with plenty of fans in attendance, both U.S. and Mexico fans, of course. Thank you, Luxers, for joining the broadcast. Oh, yeah, sorry, Eric, I missed your comment there. Are they passing the ball to Pulisic? Yeah, they're trying to get Pulisic the ball. The problem has been the U.S., their passes have just been off the mark, really, at times in the attacking third. They've tried to get opportunities on the break, and they're just rushing a little too much. And some of the passes have just been off target, and that's been the story so far. That's why Pulisic hasn't had the ball at his feet enough, which hopefully will change in the second half. We're underway in the final 45. Mexico attacking from left to right in black. The U.S. in white attacking from right to left in the second half. United States within the midfield, and here is Christian Pulisic in possession. Pulisic gets bumped, sends it out wide. Out of bounds it goes for a U.S. throw-in. Looking to take it quickly is DeAndre Yedlin. Yedlin will slow it down as the U.S. get numbers forward. Comes into Pulisic. Now back to the midfield with John Brooks. Brooks to Tim Ream. Now it's Serginho Dest. Clipped ahead by Acosta. McKennie, a header. Serginho Dest sliding in. Floats one into the 6-yard box. Ochoa is there to catch it out of the air, and Pulisic, who was in the area, called for a foul as he took down Hector Moreno. And now some words exchanged as Edson Alvarez gets involved. Christian Pulisic clearly unhappy with the decision by the referee. And now getting back to his feet is Hector Moreno. Moreno, who thought he had the second goal for Mexico, only for it to be called back for an offside. Yeah, Pulisic just essentially charging into Moreno. The correct decision in the end. And Moreno knew what he was doing by, backing up towards Pulisic a bit, waiting for the contact, which eventually came. Now bouncing ball in the midfield. Serginho Dest in a battle here with Rodriguez. And down goes Dest. Foul called against Mexico. The U.S. with a quick restart while Hector Herrera complains. Here's Serginho Dest. Dest into the middle. Sargent, a one-touch pass. McKennie leading the way. Great cross. Reyna sending it across the 6, but no one there at the back door. The U.S. trying to play urgently in the second half and get on the front foot. It's the exact opposite start to the second half than what we saw in the first half from the United States. And now both teams in a bit of a scuffle here, and a yellow card is coming out. And will that be shown to Kellen Acosta? Yeah, Acosta shown yellow, so it's the second booking of the game. First one went to John Brooks, second one to Acosta. So 2 yellows for the U.S. and none for Mexico yet. And I certainly wouldn't be surprised if that's not our last yellow card. Yeah, I mean, Acosta definitely followed through late. And then the scuffle ensued. Acosta going at it with Gallardo, but nothing escalating too much. But things starting to heat up between the two rival sides. Weston McKennie finding Giovanni Reyna. Reyna into the middle. Four of the last 5 U.S.-Mexico matches have been tied at halftime. Fun fact. So it's not a surprise that it's 1-1 here to begin the second half. Christian Pulisic a steal. Pulisic finding Reyna. Reyna down the right wing. Here comes a driven cross. Blocked there by Moreno. Headed forward by McKenzie. And now sprinting to the ball is Tim Ream. Ream's pass is anticipated well by Uriel Antuna. What a fake that is by Nestor Araujo. Araujo back to Ochoa. Ochoa goes long. Brooks wins the header. Collision in midfield and a foul against Hector Herrera. Herrera knocking down Kellen Acosta. Well, it's pretty much the same start to the second half as we saw throughout the first half. Both teams playing at a fast pace. Both teams wanting that second goal. Wanting a second goal, I should say. This is back with Zach Steffen. Steffen over to John Brooks. A bit of pressure here. Brooks goes out wide. Tim Ream up the line for Serginho Dest. Knocked out a play by Rodriguez. Throw into the U.S. Again, it's Dest. And eventually knocked off balance. Free kick awarded. Dest can be so good on the ball, can't he? You could argue he was fouled twice there on the same play. Here's John Brooks. Brooks wide for Tim Ream. Now Brooks going back for Steffen. Well, as I mentioned at the half, after conceding early, the U.S. did real well responding to that nightmare start and are certainly in this game. That's out of play on the far side for a Mexico throw-in. When is Haiti playing, Luxers? Well, Haiti are currently, I think they're right now have some World Cup qualifiers. Let me look that up. Yeah, Haiti next play on Tuesday. They're actually coming off a 10-0 victory over Turks and Caicos yesterday. So Haiti are currently taking part in the preliminary rounds of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. So they have Nicaragua on Tuesday, and then St. Vincent and the Grenadines on oh no, that's not till July 2nd. But yeah, so their next match is Tuesday in World Cup qualifiers. The U.S. and Mexico are 2 of the 5 highest-ranked teams in CONCACAF that automatically went to the final round of World Cup qualifying, the octagonal. And that's a fortunate bounce for the U.S. as Chucky Lozano was ready to pounce. And coming out of his box to send it out for a throw-in was Zach Steffen. He had 10-0. Yeah, there could be some lopsided results in the early rounds of World Cup qualifying because there are, some of the nations that just don't have good teams, like Turks and Caicos. Surprisingly, the Bahamas tied Trinidad and Tobago. I think the Bahamas are one of the 10 worst teams in the world, which that was a hugely surprising result as Gio Reyna commits the foul. But yeah, there's some of the countries on the in the Caribbean, they're just not good. But yeah, there's 3 spots up for grabs for those final 3 spots in the octagonal, which will get underway in September. The final round of World Cup qualifying, which the U.S. and Mexico, as I mentioned, automatically qualify for. And then the first round of qualifying currently taking place, which Canada is also involved in. There's 6 groups of 5, so 30 teams vying for 3 spots. The 6 group winners then square off, and the winners of those 3 matches advance to the final round of qualifying. And the U.S. will find out a couple more of their opponents, as will every other team that already is into the final round of World Cup qualifying. Yes, Luxers. Haiti are qualified for the Gold Cup. I am 95% sure. Yeah. Yeah, they did almost win the Gold Cup. I know. Yeah, Haiti are a decent team. They're a solid side. They have some talent, that's for sure. This is back with Steffen. Some pressure arriving. Steffen out wide on the far side. That's turned over by DeAndre Yedlin. Yedlin, who, of course, played with Newcastle for a while, now plays for Galatasaray in Turkey. 10 minutes gone in the second half. That cross blocked by Gio Reyna. Gio Reyna doing the dirty work defensively. And now it's Reyna with the takeaway. This sent ahead to midfield. Bouncing ball. Dest couldn't control. Now it turned by Herrera. Herrera, nice lead pass. Edge of the box. Here's a shot. Just wide. Mexico with a gorgeous chance. The opportunity there for Charlie Rodriguez. But Mexico unable to capitalize. Herrera setting up that opportunity. And the curling effort just wide of that far post. As he was going top corner, Charlie Rodriguez. The fans making some noise, both American and Mexican fans, inside Mile High Stadium. Here's John Brooks. Brooks to Pulisic. Pulisic finding McKennie. Space opening up for the U.S. McKennie couldn't connect, though, with Sargent. And now it's back to John Brooks, but the header goes straight to Mexico. Here's the lead pass. Chucky Lozano onto his right. Lozano's in. Blocked by McKenzie. A massive block there. Now 50-50 ball. In steps Kellen Acosta. Driving ahead is Weston McKennie. McKennie into the middle. It's Christian Pulisic. Pulisic out wide. This is Dest. Dest one-on-one with Luis Rodriguez. Now Pulisic lays it back. Out wide. Acosta sends it out to the right wing. Lead pass here. McKennie on the run. And he will win a corner kick. Last touched by Nestor Araujo. Yeah, the great block at the other end by Mark McKenzie for that Mexico chance. And the U.S. crowd making some noise. They've certainly looked opportunistic in the attacking third. What can they do here from the set piece? A corner kick on the far side. A fantastic atmosphere in Denver. Second corner of the game for the U.S. Outswinger comes to Dest. Dest just wide. Going for the near post. 58th minute now. I hope not, Luxers. I hope not. Although I don't think there's extra time in this tournament, actually. I don't think there's overtime. I think it goes straight to penalties. That's how it was in the semifinals. That's how it was in the third place match earlier today between Honduras and Costa Rica. I'm pretty sure it goes straight to penalties. Do not mark my word on that. But I'm probably 90% sure. But someone can fact check me there. Foul called. Down on the ground is Jesus Corona, the goal scorer for Mexico. Nope, sorry. I apologize greatly. The final is the one game in the Nations League that goes to extra time. There we go. So scratch what I said. Sorry. I meant to check this before the game started. You are right, Luxers. It would go to extra time. Yep, you are 100% correct about that. Here comes a substitution from the United States. First change of the match from Greg Berhalter as Tim Weah will come into the match. Tim Weah, can he be a super sub? He replaces Serginho Dest at the hour mark. And we'll see what Weah can do off the bench. Yeah. Now, you were 100% right, Luxers. I assumed that it went straight to penalties because that's how it's been that's how it was in the semifinals and then the third place match. But the final is the one exception where they do play extra time. That long ball claimed by Ochoa. 30 minutes left. 1-1 between the U.S. and Mexico. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of this broadcast. This goes back to Ochoa. Sent up the middle to Edson Alvarez. Alvarez, who plays in the Netherlands. Alvarez holds. Now Herrera. What a final half hour this should be. Araujo. Herrera through the middle. McKenzie intercepts. And now it's McKennie into Pulisic. Still no Mexico substitutions in this one. Pulisic turns. Pulisic leading the way. Now it's ahead into McKennie. McKennie shot is saved. Rebound put wide. Josh Sargent, the follow-up chance. The United States so close to a goal. Unbelievable opportunity. Pulisic with the lead pass to McKennie. McKennie with a powerful strike. Ochoa got down quick enough to make the stop. And then Sargent on the follow-up just couldn't quite get his feet right, I should say. And off the bounce, sent it wide. Yeah, Michael, I just looked it up. I just looked up the CONCACAF Nations League format, and it said that the semifinals and third place match go straight to penalties. But the final, they play 30 minutes of extra time. Yeah, before penalties. So, yeah, I just looked it up, but I was not aware of that, in all honesty. Here come Mexico once more. Through ball. Steffen is out. Dangerous opportunity for Mexico. It was Uriel Antuna making the run. And now Steffen falls to the ground, wincing in some pain as he will require medical attention. Yeah, great chance there for Mexico. Yeah, it is kind of odd, Luxers. It's weird how they don't have extra time in the semifinals. And I mean, I understand why they don't have it in the third place match, because the third place match is silly anyways. But for them to not have it in the semifinals, but then have extra time in the final, it is a bit strange. Of course, Mexico's semifinal against Costa Rica went straight to penalties after a 0-0 90 minutes. Looks like it's the left leg that's bothering Steffen. So getting loose on the United States sideline is Ethan Horvath, who plays for Club Brugge in Belgium. We saw Horvath start and play the full 90 minutes against Switzerland since Steffen was on club duty for the Champions League final with Manchester City. Yeah, I think he, I don't know. I need to see the replay again. That was a bit of a strange injury. I don't know if it was a contact injury or not. It didn't look like it. Who do I have in Copa America? I've got to go with Brazil, Luxers. You know, Brazil, I think, are better than every other team in South America. I truly feel that way. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Copa America as well as the Euros. Hopefully, Copa America is still played. I mean, we've heard Brazil players as recently as a couple of days ago saying that we're not going to play because, of course, Brazil were named the host just 2 weeks before the tournament begins. And the COVID situation is horrible there. I mean, it's bad in Argentina and Colombia. That's why I was moved out of those two countries, who were the original hosts. But overall, throughout South America, COVID is wreaking havoc still. So I don't even know if the tournament's going to happen. In all honesty, at the end of the day, you've got to put the health of the players. You got to put that as priority. And Steffen goes down again here. This is not looking good for Zach Steffen here. This is not looking good. It's a left leg injury. And what's been such a fast-paced game, there's suddenly a bit of a lengthy pause in the action. You think Argentina can win it? Yeah, I mean, I could certainly see that. I could certainly see Argentina winning it. I just don't know, can Messi finally win a tournament with Argentina? I feel like every tournament, no matter what it is, Argentina choke. But maybe it is their year to break through. Here comes Mexico's first change. Luis Romo will come on for Charlie Rodriguez. And it looks like it'll actually be a double change here from Tata Martino. We will also see Henry Martin enter the match. So Martin replaces Jesus Corona. So Corona, the goal scorer, makes way. We'll see what Romo and Martin can do off the bench for the visitors. And so, yeah, it appears as though this injury is significant enough to force Steffen out of the match. And so it will be the backup keeper, Ethan Horvath, replacing Steffen. At least it looks that way. Horvath with just 6 appearances for the U.S. As I mentioned, his most recent one coming a week ago today against Switzerland in Switzerland. You can tell Steffen, obviously wants to stay in this game badly, but it's not looking good. He's trying to test out that left leg, but the injury seems to be significant. Yeah, and Steffen is just still limping a bit as he tests that left leg out. Horvath has his uniform on, getting his gloves set. Weston McKennie coming over for some positive words to Zach Steffen. You hate to see this. Steffen obviously has worked so hard to get that starting job for the U.S., playing with Manchester City, and he'll have to be helped off to the sideline. There's clearly a limp in his step. And what a moment for the youngster Ethan Horvath. It's a big moment for him, and that's an understatement. It looks like Jordan Siebatcheu will also be set to come on. He, of course, scored the game-winning goal in the semifinal 3 nights ago against Honduras. And Siebatcheu will come on for Josh Sargent. And as I mentioned, the injured Zach Steffen is forced to make way for Ethan Horvath. So now that's 3 changes from Greg Berhalter, 2 substitutions remaining in regulation. If this game were to head to extra time, hopefully it doesn't, then you're allowed an extra substitution. An unfortunate injury for Zach Steffen, who, of course, made that big save earlier in the half. Yeah, Elvin, it sucks to see, in a big rivalry game like this, you hate to see a player get injured, an important player, of course. Zach Steffen is a fantastic goalkeeper. And so Ethan Horvath comes in, a big moment for the youngster. His first competitive match for the United States. Nice first touch here from Antuna. Lead pass. Here's the strike. Sent wide as there were options to the left of Luis Romo, but Romo took the one-time shot himself and went for that near post. Couldn't put it on frame. Yeah, he probably should have squared it across in the end. Bit of a selfish decision in the end from the substitute. About 70 minutes played, but after that lengthy stoppage due to the Steffen injury, we're going to have a substantial amount of second half stoppage time. As that's out of play off of Jesus Gallardo. Corner kick for the U.S. Into the final quarter of the match. It's one apiece. What a game. Outswinging cross from Pulisic. The header saved. Saved off the line. Memo Ochoa with the diving effort. What a stop by the Mexican keeper, Memo Ochoa, denying Weston McKennie again. I mean, McKennie with his second header off of a corner kick tonight. First time he hit the post, the rebound was put in for a goal by Reyna. And now this one saved. That's the third save of the game for Guillermo Ochoa. Same opportunity for the U.S. Corner kick on the far side, and the outswinging ball headed away. And it's off of Chucky Lozano, who wanted a foul called. Tim Weah a bit aggressive with Lozano, but no foul on the play. And the Mexican fans showing Ochoa some love. That's a massive save and a big moment as well. John Brooks sends it back to Horvath. Horvath's first touches since replacing the injured Steffen. He sends it wide. This ball comes back for Mark McKenzie. McKenzie floats it ahead. Now one in the air by Herrera. Martin couldn't thread it through. Reading that pass was John Brooks. Now it's Gio Reyna. Reyna has it knocked away. Mexico on the attack. This is Luis Rodriguez. Reyna got a touch. Nice defensive recovery. Reyna's been all over the place tonight. Of course, scoring the U.S. goal. Pulisic goes down. And now Alvarez with a coming together with Greg Berhalter. Alvarez not happy. It will be a throw into the U.S. I mean, Berhalter was in his coaching box. There's nothing Berhalter did wrong there. He was not, he was just outside, actually. I take that back. Yeah. Berhalter might be warned for that, as Reyna's plowed over by Rodriguez. Easy decision for the referee. Free kick, U.S. 73 minutes in. Set pieces, an important theme this game. And there'll be one here for the United States. That was won by Alvarez for a moment. Now back with Tim Weah on the far side. McKenzie gets it back from Yedlin. Now Tim Ream across the back to Kellen Acosta. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This game is not disappointed, has it? Chance of Mexico raining down. Now fouled was Edson Alvarez. It's a quick restart. Beautiful ball on the right side to Antuna. Antuna cutting in. Reyna backtracking for the steal. I tell you what, Gio Reyna, he's been a workhorse tonight. And now Mexico turn it over. An unforced turnover there. Throwing for the U.S. And the ball boy throws on an extra ball. The referee was on the verge of blowing the whistle, but instead, let's play continue. As the extra ball is quickly kicked off the field, we play on. Quarter hour left in regulation. Here's Guillermo Ochoa. This sent out wide. This is Uriel Antuna. Antuna crosses into the box. U.S. send it away. Now here's Gio Reyna. Beautiful ball forward. Tim Weah making the run. Weah heads it down. Weah into the box. The cross cut out. Great defending by Jesus Gallardo. Now it's Weah looking to cross once more. Blocked again by Gallardo. It will be a corner kick for the U.S. Oh, no problem, Tony. I enjoy doing it, man. I enjoy doing it. Glad you are enjoying the broadcast, and thank you so much for the kind compliments. Oh, did that cross? Yep. It will be a corner. Excuse me. I was right first time around. Fifth one of the match. Christian Pulisic will deliver the right-footed outswinger. Pulisic serves, header, and a save by Ochoa again. This time a low stop. The U.S. have been real dangerous from set pieces tonight. The header this time coming from Mark McKenzie, just at the edge of the 6-yard box. But Ochoa once more up to the task, his fourth save of the night. And here's some open space to attack for Edson Alvarez. Alvarez spraying it wide. This is Uriel Antuna. Antuna crosses, and at the near post, Brooks sends it away. Out for a Mexico throw-in on this right side. This is possessed in the middle by Hector Moreno. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of tonight's stream. This goes back to Ochoa. Ochoa back with it once more. He waits. 77th minute. No, not another goal yet, Luxers. Still 1-1. I hope not, Luxers. I hope not, man. That would make me even more nervous. I'd probably have a nervous breakdown on camera. Here come Mexico again. Edge of the box. Hector Herrera. Herrera out wide. This is Antuna. Hector Herrera cuts it away from goal. Headed forward by Tim Ream of the U.S. And it can't be saved by Pulisic. Throw into Mexico. Despite a very quiet night from Pulisic, this game remains tied as Mexico will make their third substitution, and it will be Antuna's end of the night. And he's replaced by Diego Lainez. A lot of hype around Lainez. With good reason, a talented young player. Oh, and this is sent to a dangerous area. The U.S. clear their box. Pulisic went down. No foul called. Lainez into the middle. Referee nearly got in the way of Chucky Lozano. Mexico keep it. This is Martin. Just over 10 minutes left in the second half. Now this is into Chucky Lozano. Lozano, edge of the box. Lozano into Lainez. Lainez onto his left. Lainez shoots. He scores. Diego Lainez, the super sub. It's a 79th minute goal for Mexico. 2-1. The visitors back on top. And the Mexican faithful are rocking right now. Diego Lainez with the near post finish. And it's Mexico back in the lead. Wow. Straight off the bench, just about 2 minutes after coming on, not even that. Diego Lainez finishes with the left foot. Lozano with the assist. A finish to the near post. Horvath gets beat at his near post. And it's a quick release from Lainez. A goal for Mexico. And they take the lead. Yeah, I know, Lux. There's, we need that to change. We need that to change. There's still time left for the U.S. to turn it around. A 79th minute goal from Diego Lainez, who just came onto the pitch. Has them up 2-1. Mexico, by the way, all time in this series have outscored the U.S. 144-81. Oh yeah, Luxers, I'm 100% with you. I'm sick and tired of it as well. Don't get me wrong. Looks like Greg Berhalter at the next stoppage is set to make a pair of substitutions. Sebastian Lletget and it looks like Anthony Robinson are set to enter. Yeah, right, Michael. Unless they play in Columbus. I know. We should make that our national stadium in Columbus because we always get the better of Mexico there. Oh my, a little trip by Rodriguez, and he concedes a corner. The U.S. not done. There's still time left. It's Gio Reyna standing over the corner. Can the U.S. capitalize on another set piece? In-swinging ball, headed in! Weston McKennie, goal! USA tie the game! 82nd minute heroics. Weston McKennie grabs the equalizer. Another set piece goal, and this game is tied once more. What a goal, and what a time to grab the equalizer. A good service from Reyna and the back post finish by Weston McKennie. He's had multiple headers tonight that have tested Ochoa, I should say. And here he just picks his corner, low shot. Ochoa not able to get there in time. It's 2-2 in Denver. And you can see what it means for the U.S. And it's actually Tyler Adams, and Sebastian Lletget coming on. 2-2 is the score. What a goal. Yes, let's go indeed, Caden. And Eric. And Michael. Let's go, U.S. Wow. I know, every time we lose hope, they come through. And now the U.S. faithful are the ones making noise. And Tyler Adams is into the game, by the way. I'll let you know about that substitution momentarily. 83rd minute. Is there more drama on the way before the full-time whistle comes? Or maybe not the full-time whistle if this result stays true. A wildly entertaining night in Denver. This game certainly meeting expectations, perhaps exceeding it. The shots, by the way, in this game, 11-11. And so it looks like No, they haven't updated the substitutions, but I can confirm Tyler Adams is in. There we go. So Leggett came in for Reyna. I can tell you that much. So Sebastian Leggett, who started on Thursday, comes into the game. And here come the U.S. It's Pulisic in the midfield. Congested area. Pulisic finds Adams. It looks like Adams replaced Tim Ream. I can't confirm quite yet, but it looks like that's what happened. Yes, the U.S. got this. Absolutely, Luxers. Momentum's back on our side, man. Yep, Adams replaced Tim Ream. There's the confirmation. All right. Tyler Adams, who, of course, is recovering from an injury. This is his first game back. He missed the last 4 games of the season for Leipzig in the Bundesliga, including the German Cup final as well against Dortmund. Missed the games against Switzerland and then Honduras, but comes in as a substitute tonight. Adams, a crucial part of this team. And can he make a late impact? 85th minute now. 2-2 at Mile High Stadium. It's going to be a nervy ending for U.S. and Mexico fans alike. For the neutral, just sit back and enjoy. This is going to be a lot of fun. Foul committed by Weston McKennie here, and the yellow card is shown. 3rd yellow of the match. All 3 have gone to the U.S. Oh, sorry, it was McKenzie with the challenge. My apologies. Yep, McKenzie just really taking a hack at Chucky Lozano there. So Mark McKenzie, the 3rd player, booked for the U.S. as we enter the 86th minute of play. It's Hector Herrera and one of the goal scorers for Mexico, Diego Lainez, standing over the free kick. Dangerous set piece for Mexico. Looking to reclaim the lead for the 3rd time tonight. The U.S. hold their line at the edge of the penalty area. Whistle comes. Lainez with the cross, but McKennie there to head it clear. Out for a Mexico throw-in on the far side. That was a line drive sent in by Lainez. He whipped that one into a dangerous area. But McKennie was there. This is now all the way back with Memo Ochoa. What a game. What a championship match in the CONCACAF Nations League. On the ball now is Nestor Araujo. Alvarez to Moreno. Moreno, a long ball forward, down the left side. Lozano goes down. Throw into the Mexicans as McKennie thought otherwise, but it was last off of him. 3 minutes until stoppage time. An epic final. Who will come out victorious? This is Araujo in the midfield. Now Rodriguez. Back to Ochoa. Mexico will switch it to the left side. A nice win there by Tim Weah. Weah, who of course won Ligue 1 with Lille in France this past season. Mexico win it back, though, to the near sideline. This is Lainez. Lainez dancing on the ball, tripped up. Foul call just outside the area. A set piece chance for Mexico on the way. That foul just about a yard outside the box. Tyler Adams clipping Diego Lainez with the left leg. How many minutes are left? There are about 2 minutes until stoppage time, Luxers. Yep, it is crunch time right now. Now here comes the Mexico free kick. Ethan Horvath will set up his wall. Pulisic and Leggett, the only two on the wall for the U.S. Hector Herrera standing over the set piece. I don't know if he goes for goal here. No, he definitely won't from a tight angle. But Lainez is left-footed. He's now standing over the ball as well. He could certainly go for goal from this angle. But perhaps the better option is to whip it into the box looking for a teammate. We'll see. Mexico free kick entering the 90th minute of play. There's the whistle. And it is an in-swinging delivery by Herrera. Pinballing around. Shouts for a handball. Adams sends it ahead. Now it's won back by Jesus Gallardo. Chance from outside the box. Strike from distance, and what a stop. Ethan Horvath, the diving save, which renders a round of applause from the injured starting keeper, Zach Steffen, on the sideline. Wow, Chucky Lozano from distance. Horvath said no. Mexico are pleading their case for a handball against the U.S. in the box. We are into second half stoppage time now. Wow, that's a strong save across his body. The right hand saved by Horvath. That's big time. And look at that. 7 minutes will be added on to the end of the second half. Obviously, there was a lengthy stoppage after that injury to Zach Steffen. And that's a big reason why there's a plethora of stoppage time here. So still plenty of time left, it turns out. A corner kick for Mexico. We will play at least until the 97th minute. Out swinging cross by Herrera. Ends up at the back post. Put into the mix. Cleared away by Adams. And now Tim Weah with speed tracking down the ball. This is sent back to Ochoa. Ochoa with a long ball forward. Headed into a dangerous area, and the shot is saved again. Ethan Horvath is standing on his head here. Another fantastic stop. However, the flag was raised nonetheless. In on goal there was Martin. Another strong save by Horvath, even though it would not have counted in the end. That's turned over in the middle. Hector Herrera leading the charge for Mexico. Herrera, nice 1-2. Herrera just lost it in the end. And a dangerous tackle as Horvath is in a lot of agony. Herrera went sliding in. He's shown a yellow, and things are getting ugly. A lot of pushing and shoving. Of course, it's the U.S. backup keeper in goal in Ethan Horvath after Zach Steffen had to be taken out for an injury earlier. That was a ball that really Hector Herrera had no chance of getting, and he knew what he was doing, sliding in with the studs. A deserving yellow card to Hector Herrera. The Atletico Madrid man. Yeah, that is completely unnecessary. Clear foul. Clear foul. Clear yellow as well. That's the first yellow card to Mexico, surprisingly enough. There's been 3 for the United States. Both assistant referees having to come in and take charge of the situation. Even Memo Ochoa is way up the pitch involved as Ethan Horvath is attended to by the medical staff. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. And I'll tell you flat out, I don't even know who our third keeper is. I don't. I think we have 3 keepers on the roster. I'm going to check that. And now has a yellow card been shown to someone else for the theatrics afterwards? No, not a red there, Eric. DeAndre Yedlin's going to be shown a yellow. Might have been something he said, something he did, not entirely sure. So Yedlin is booked. Horvath does appear to be okay, which is a great sign. Great to see. Free kick, obviously, to the U.S., and we'll probably have even more than 7 minutes added on now. Oh, right. Our third keeper is David Ochoa, who plays for Real Salt Lake. We saw David Ochoa at start at goalkeeper for the U23 team at the Olympic qualifiers. Completely forgot about that. So, fingers crossed, hopefully it doesn't happen. But if Horvath were forced to come out for an injury, David Ochoa is our third string keeper. But let's hope we don't have to relegate ourselves to that situation. Already 5 minutes of stoppage time played, but the ball hasn't been put in play for the last 3 minutes. We could easily go to 100 minutes here. And now finally play will resume as the whole situation appears to have been taken control of. Things certainly getting chippier and chippier as this game continues. The referee waves on Horvath, blows the whistle. Horvath will send it deep downfield, headed forward by Sibachu. Sibachu is the hero Thursday, and here he commits a foul, taking down Edson Alvarez. Free kick to Mexico. It's quickly taken by Alvarez. And now a whistle comes. What do we got here? The referee will have the free kick retaken by Mexico. Oh, no, and this is what we have. Well, CONCACAF anti-discrimination protocol step 1 has been put in place. A homophobic chant from the Mexican fans. We've seen this issue for years now, and I just don't know why the Mexican fans don't learn their lesson. And so let me listen and see how this protocol works. Okay. So yeah, here's the situation, folks. And yes, Josh, I am a bit nervous. I am. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, man. So yeah, this homophobic, discriminatory chant from Mexican supporters has been an issue for years now. And so the protocol is first time they warn the fans, second time they pause the match for 3 minutes, third time they stop the game for 10 minutes, and then the next time they abandon the match and we would resume it the next day behind closed doors. So that's the protocol. So we're currently seeing the match pause. There was a warning earlier, and now the chant has come up again. So the referee just following protocol here. Obviously, it's a bit disgusting to see this chant time and time again, game in, game out from Mexican supporters. And these little stoppages, certainly factor into, killing the momentum a bit as we are ready for play to resume. There's already been 8 minutes of stoppage time played, and with the Herrera yellow card, which paused play for about 3 minutes, and then this stoppage, we could easily go to at least 12 minutes of stoppage time now. as play resumes. Out for a Mexico throw, and it's taken by Luis Rodriguez. Now this is sent out wide for Lainez. Lainez defended tightly. Lays it off to Romo. That's knocked down by Herrera, but cleared away by Weston McKennie. And Mexico concede a throw-in. Thank you, Alexis, for joining the broadcast. That chance. Why do you say that? You think that's going to make the U.S. lose the game? I'm not sure about that. Oh, and there is the not the final whistle, but the whistle signaling the end of 90 minutes. So they only went to a little over 9 minutes of stoppage time, which is interesting to see. But 90 minutes is not enough. We are heading to to extra time. An extra 30 minutes will be required at least to decide the winner of this CONCACAF Nations League Final. If it's still tied after 120 minutes, then we will head to PKs. Yeah, absolutely, Eric. 2 big-time saves by Ethan Horvath, who came in for the injured Steffen. 90 minutes not enough in this epic rivalry. An extra 30 are coming your way late night from Denver, Colorado. 2-2 after 90 minutes. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. Yeah, I know, Rodrigo. The game was getting very interesting and intense. So a little pause in the action, about a 5-minute break before we get extra time underway. What a night it's been. 2-2 between the U.S. and Mexico. As we're ready to begin the extra 30-minute frame at Mile High Stadium. It's been an extraordinary final. It certainly has not disappointed in the slightest, and I appreciate all of you for tuning in. Where I live here on the East Coast, it's 11:36 p.m. We're going late night. I've got school tomorrow. I don't care. I mean, this has been a fantastic game, and looking forward to this extra time. While I will admit, as a U.S. fan, there's gonna be many nervy moments, and I'm sure Mexican supporters would attest to that as well. For the neutral, this probably has been very enjoyable to just sit back and enjoy and watch. But yeah, we'll see how extra time plays out. U.S. and Mexico level at 2, and extra 30 minutes on the way. It's only fitting that this game is going the distance, isn't it? Or at least going to extra time. It's been such a good game that an extra 30 minutes should certainly excite us even more. Yeah, nervous times, Carlos, indeed, but this is what the big games are all about. A CONCACAF Nations League Final, the inaugural edition of the CONCACAF Nations League. And this tournament has delivered. So both teams get some instructions from their respective coaches. Get hydrated, stretch out, get ready for an extra 30 minutes. We are ready to go in Denver. This one heading to extra time. The first half of extra time about to begin, as it will be the U.S. kicking off in all white, going from left to right. Mexico in all black, going from right to left. It's the third USA-Mexico match to go to extra time, and we are underway in the first half of the two extra periods. It'll be two 15-minute halves of extra time. And then if it's not golden goal, if it's still tied after the extra 30-minute frame, penalty kicks will decide the champion. This is back with Memo Ochoa. Ochoa, long ball forward. And now it's Martin. Martin to Herrera. Herrera, the lead pass and a great sliding effort to cut that one out by DeAndre Yedlin, who might have cramped up after that. Or was it Weston McKennie there? It might have been McKennie, excuse me. Oh, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Czar4. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Or Zar4. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that accurately. If not, I apologize. I know, Luxers. I'm with you. Just want the U.S. to win this game so badly. Yeah, it was McKennie there with who got injured. It was Yedlin with the sliding effort to cut out a pass, but it was McKennie who ended up limping on the play, going in for a challenge, and perhaps just landed a bit wrong. Oh, Yedlin's also down. So I was right about that. We've got two injured players. Yeah, it looks like Yedlin's cramping here. That's correct. Okay, good. Thank you, Zar4, for tuning in and confirming the correct pronunciation of your name. It looks like Reggie Cannon will be set to check in. I'm not sure if DeAndre Yedlin will be able to continue. Yep, he's clearly cramping a lot. It was a perfectly timed slide from Yedlin to cut out that pass. Yeah, Eric, it looks like they'll have to make a change here. Yedlin will be forced to come out. It's looking that way. I definitely shouldn't. I'm not going to fail to mention that it's just so great to have fans in attendance, a good amount as well, to make for a spectacular atmosphere after the tough couple of years we've had due to COVID. It's great to have a phenomenal atmosphere for this CONCACAF Nations League Final. Yedlin's yelling at the sideline saying he's going to continue. So Yedlin, obviously a determined player, and he's going to stay in there. He's asking to get way back on, but the referee just not allowing him yet. And there's a heavy challenge. It's Herrera again. He's already on a yellow. He has to be real careful, Hector Herrera. The U.S. asking for a second yellow to be shown, but Herrera gets away with this one. I mean, this is a very reckless challenge from Herrera. Yeah, Eric. I mean, his studs were exposed right there. That's a yellow card. That's a yellow card. I can guarantee if Herrera didn't already have a yellow, he would get one there. But since he already has a yellow, the referee reluctant to show him another one. Herrera's real fortunate right there. He really is. His studs were shown. And now another injured American. This is Tim Weah, who was on the end of that dirty challenge from Herrera. The more you look at it, that's certainly a yellow. I mean, come on. VAR could come in, but is it clear and obvious? That's the question. Looks like play will continue without any review. Tim Weah is back to his feet, which is good to see. He came in as a substitute in the second half. Yeah, Eric. I mean, Herrera overall, he's a pretty dirty player. He can be. We saw that late second half with that challenge on Horvath, and then right there, which pains me to say because I'm an FC Porto fan. They're my favorite team in Portugal. As I mentioned earlier, my dad's from Portugal. Porto are my favorite team in Portugal, and I liked Herrera, talent-wise. He was fun to watch with Porto. Of course, he's now with Atletico Madrid. But when he's on Mexico, I don't like him one bit. Here's Edson Alvarez. 96 minutes, the first half of extra time. Nas is back with Ochoa. Ochoa will send it beyond midfield. Martin into Lainez. Lainez cutting to the middle. Lainez switches the point of attack. Now on the left wing, it's Lozano. Lozano's deflected cross finds Lainez, edge of the box. Yedlin stepped up, but it's won back by Mexico. Lozano into the area. His strike blocked. Second chance, lays it back to Herrera. Here's Hector Herrera. He holds. Now it's Lainez out wide. Tight space to work with for Lainez. Crosses in, and that's sent away. Out of danger. But it will be a Mexico throw-in. Leggett with the clearance there. Leggett, one of two MLS players on the pitch for the U.S., the other one being Kellen Acosta. What's going on, Rohan? Nice to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. This has been one heck of a game. Switch to the near side for Hector Herrera. Herrera clips one into the back post, headed down, but a comfortable save for Ethan Horvath. Yeah, Mexico are playing a bit dirty, Luxers. That's what tends to happen in these types of games. As Yedlin couldn't quite control. Now it falls for McKennie in the midfield. McKenzie with a poor first touch commits a foul, taking out Luis Romo. Free kick to Mexico. Absolutely, Bargov. Absolutely, man. YT, I can't show the TV because of copyright, for copyright reasons. YouTube is very strict with copyright, and I could get in big trouble if I showed the game. Yeah, as Tony said, it's copyright. I would show it if I was allowed to, but if I showed the game and I could get in a lot of trouble to the point where my channel could be banned. I actually have a friend who commentates games like I do, and he back when he started, he would pan the camera to the game, and his channel got banned for 2 months because of that, and those videos got taken down. So YouTube's very strict with copyright, so I can't risk anything, unfortunately. Really, Bargov, Logan Paul drew Floyd Mayweather. Wow, that's an anti-climatic ending. I knew that was going on tonight, but I did not hear the result. Wow, that's that's a waste of money. I assume. I don't know. I didn't see the fight, but the fact that it ended in a draw seems underwhelming. Here's a Mexico free kick approaching the 100th minute here. 2 on the wall for the U.S. Lainez, back post, headed over. Making contacts with Chucky Lozano. But it will be a goal kick, U.S. Really, Mayweather should have got the win. Yeah, those fights are rigged, I feel like. Here comes another substitution. First of extra time from either side. It'll actually be a double change from Tata Martino, who only used 3 changes in the within the 90, as Salcedo will replace Hector Moreno. And Andres Guardado will replace Hector Herrera. So those are the 2 changes made. A smart decision by Tata Martino to take off Herrera. I think Tata Martino realizes that Herrera's fortunate to even still be on the field, so you can't risk anything further with him. Here's Christian Pulisic. Pulisic driving forward, gets knocked off the ball, looking for a foul, doesn't get the call, but it's won back cleanly by Tyler Adams. And now that's a short pass picked off by Mexico. Here come Mexico on the counter. It's Lainez laying it out wide. Romo to the edge of the box. Lozano, the one-timer. That's blocked by Yedlin. Now it's first touches of the game for Guardado. Here's Chucky. Lozano onto his right. Lozano! Save made. Ethan Horvath with another stop. He's been real solid with a couple of big-time stops. What's going on, Karam? Welcome in. Yeah, that Paul Mayweather fight definitely a scam. I agree with you guys. Logan won. I don't know. I don't know what happened in the fight, so I'm relying on the chat. 4 saves apiece in this game. Weah with a strike. Shouts for a handball. No call. Corner kick to the U.S. Yeah, the goalkeeper is on point today. And what's most impressive about it is that it's the backup, Ethan Horvath, who hasn't played in a competitive game for the U.S. before tonight. Yeah, it could have been called. It was, the Mexico defender, I believe it was Araujo, he was pretty close to Weah, to be fair. I'm not sure there was a whole lot he could do. But it went uncalled. We play on. About 3 minutes left until stoppage time here in the first half of extra time. That's played out wide nicely. Lainez now ahead. This is Lainez going for goal. Sent over the bar. Mexico with a lot of long-range efforts. Lainez has been a spark plug since coming on as a substitute. Let's look back at this possible handball. Yeah, I mean, that definitely could have been called. I see why it wasn't. If it had been called, I would have understood that as well. But goal kick to the U.S. You watched part of it, Michael? It looked more like Logan Paul against Kevin Hart. Really? Wow. Yeah, Luxers. Mexico have had some good looks here in extra time. They have. This is out of play for a U.S. throw-in. Weston McKennie will take it. Final minutes of the first period of extra time. Oh, yeah, I just got a notification that Mayweather-Paul did end in a draw. Wow, what a disappointing ending then. Looks like it was offsides against the U.S. Quick restart by Mexico. The Nations League Final, the inaugural edition of the Nations League Final, has been exciting as anyone could have imagined. Here's Memo Ochoa. Sends it up the middle. Now laid over to Gallardo. This is Lozano. Lozano still with it. Edge of the box. Lays it off. Mexico threatening. Romo over to Lainez. Lainez to the byline. Crosses. Ethan Horvath controls claiming that ball at the near post. Nervy moments for the United States here in extra time. We're seconds away now from stoppage time here in the first period of extra time. It's a long throw out wide by Horvath, perfectly placed to the feet of Weston McKennie. McKennie, however, turns it over. And now it's back with Ochoa. 105th minute reached. How much will be added on to the first period of extra time? We'll find out in a moment. Here's Araujo. Long ball forward, handled comfortably by Horvath. Oh, and risky here. McKenzie goes back to Horvath, who sends it ahead to John Brooks. Still no word on how much stoppage time we'll have. We're already 30 seconds over the 105th minute. Sebastian Lletget, met by the perfectly timed challenge of Edson Alvarez. Okay, now we have word. There'll be 3 minutes added on, and now Reggie Cannon is set to come on for DeAndre Yedlin. So that change was inevitable, and it will be the final substitution from the United States tonight, their sixth and final change. Reggie Cannon, who plays his club soccer for Boa Vista in Portugal, on for Yedlin. Ball lifted into the area. That's claimed by Ochoa, who is off his line and ready. Yeah, Mexico have had a lot of the possession here in extra time. As I mentioned, the U.S. out of subs. Mexico can make one more change. Mexico throwing at midfield. We're halfway through stoppage time here in the first half of extra time. In possession here is Edson Alvarez. Now, Araujo. Over to Gallardo. Gallardo. Now a long diagonal switch. Lainez acrobatically saved it from going out, but couldn't maintain possession. This is Lletget along the sideline. He's taken down, and eventually the foul called. A bit of a late whistle there, but a free kick to the U.S. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We've got 30 viewers in here. I appreciate it a lot, guys. This has been one of the most exciting matches I've been on the call for, and I've done plenty of matches, I can tell you that. As John Brooks is this time called for the foul. And maybe there's one last chance for Mexico before we reach the midway point of extra time. Both teams will have a 2-minute break before the second period of extra time gets underway. It's Guardado standing over the ball. Mexico with a set piece from a long way out. The U.S. holding their line at the edge of the penalty area. Mexico plays short, and that's picked off. The steal there by Sibachu. And there's the whistle as the U.S. lost it. The whistle comes signaling the end of the first period of extra time. The U.S. are a bit frustrated about that. They didn't completely lose possession there, but the referee decides to end the first half of extra time right there. And the score remains 2-2. So 15 more minutes to decide a winner within the run of play. And if that's not enough, penalty kicks will decide the outcome of this match. Well, I do have to mention, as we enter the 2-minute break before the second half of extra time begins, I do have to mention, the stellar play of Ethan Horvath. He's been spectacular, and I'm not exaggerating. I mean, this guy obviously is a backup keeper. You have to be prepared for anything. There's always a chance the starter gets injured, but, just like that, Steffen picked up an injury about midway through the second half. Forced to come in was Ethan Horvath, and he's made some big-time stops. Sorry, not the second extra time yet, but I'll update that in a moment. Yeah, it is getting very, very intense, Eric, indeed. Intense moments, to say the least, with a trophy on the line. A spectacular game with still 15 more minutes left. And maybe penalty kicks, we'll see. As Greg Berhalter gives instructions to his team. Tata Martino doing the same on the other touchline. The U.S. just have to keep their calm. Yes, Mexico have been the better side so far in extra time, but if you're the U.S., just keep your calm. You can't make any costly mistakes. What a final 15 minutes we should be in store for. Thanks, Salvador, for joining the broadcast. Viva Estados Unidos. That's what I've got to say. No, but I appreciate everyone tuning in. Mexico, U.S. fans. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by. I like how we have a great mix of fans from both sides. And off we go in the second half of extra time. Final 15 minutes to play. We'll play to 120. And then if this game's still tied, it's penalty kicks. Remember, it's not golden goal here in extra time. We play the full extra time all the way to 120 minutes no matter what. Lainez ahead. Cross whipped in by Romo. Headed out of the box. Now a bouncing ball. Weah looking to control. It's out for a Mexico throw-in. Yeah, absolutely, Rodrigo. For a substitute, this Horvath has been really good. Really good. Yeah, Captain America, Christian Pulisic, he hasn't really come alive this game. Yet the U.S. have a chance. Thank you, Radux, for joining the broadcast. Another Mexico fan. And that's all right. Even though I'm a U.S. fan, Mexico fans certainly invited to the broadcast. I love conversing with, Mexico fans and just, enjoying the rivalry. It's a great rivalry. And even though, there is a lot of dislike between the national teams, the U.S. and Mexico, at the end of the day, I think the fans of both countries respect each other, which is, what makes the rivalry so great. We can talk the trash talk and have bragging rights over each other, but at the end of the day, it's a wonderful rivalry in CONCACAF. And both fans, for the most part, respect each other. There are some exceptions to that. This is won by Sebastian Lletget. A heavy challenge. No foul on the play. As this game has continued, it's been evident that this referee is letting many things go. This is Diego Lainez. Lainez finding Luis Romo. That's stolen by Tyler Adams. Yes, what's going on, Samuel? Welcome into the broadcast, my man. Go U.S. Yes, absolutely, man. Love to hear it. Here come the U.S. Weah lays it wide. Sorry, I meant to say that Sibachu lays it wide to Weah. Now Weah into the box. Pulisic goes down. Oh, no penalty called. Pulisic is down for the U.S. as Mexico clear. The referee swallowed the whistle. A second look will be had. First of all, Sebastian Lletget earlier in this sequence was clearly fouled. I mean, he was clearly fouled, and then this could have been a penalty here. I mean, I suppose Salcedo got ball there. He got a bit of Pulisic, but he did do well to get the ball, it looked like. Although there was plenty of contact there, and the referee is jogging over to the monitor to have a look. Wow, what a moment here. Edson Alvarez surrounding the referee. He could easily get booked here. Yeah, absolutely, Salvador. Respect between both sides, no doubt, man. And now Tata Martino's heading over there. I mean, come on. Mexico got to behave here. They're acting, you know, you can't act like that. You can't impede the referee as he jogs over to the monitor. Wow, what a moment. A VAR penalty check in the 110th minute. Although from the original angle, I thought that he made contact with the ball, but now looking back at the angle from behind the goal, it looks like he didn't make any contact with the ball. This new angle, well, he might have got a right foot to the ball, but he came across and took out Pulisic before that. Yeah, Bargov, I tend to agree here. At first glance, I thought maybe Pulisic went down a little too easily, but no, clearly there on the replay, Salcedo went across the body of Pulisic and took him out. And what are Mexico doing? They're surrounding the official at the monitor. You can't do that. And here we go. A decision has been made. Penalty kick! Penalty kick, USA! A penalty is awarded after the VAR check, and what an opportunity for the United States. No, that's absolutely a pen. Absolutely, Peter and everyone else. Yes, Rudy, let's go. Penalty kick to the United States. Yeah, after I saw the second replay and after that, it was evident. It was evident. He went across the body. No doubt about it. A yellow card has been given to Lozano for perhaps something he said to the referee. Wow, what a moment in the match. The U.S., a chance to take the lead. Yep, Captain America coming up for the USA. He's had a quiet night, but boy, can he make a loud statement here. Yep, he's still got to make it. No doubt about it, Peter. Wow, what a nervy moment. And now what is the referee doing? Well, Christian Pulisic's going to have all sorts of time to think about it here, which is probably not what he wants, in all honesty. Oh, the middle referee has been called over by the fourth official. Perhaps something was said on the Mexico sideline. Tata Martino now in the face of the referee. Mexico are just really getting out of hand here. They are. They're losing control, and the referee doesn't seem to have control of the game either. Yeah, there it was. Tata Martino touched the referee while he was at the monitor. Tata Martino's been shown red. He's been shown red. I didn't even notice that. So Tata Martino is gone. The Mexican head coach tossed out of the match. Yeah, you can't leave the technical area and go all the way over to the monitor and touch the official while he's looking at the replay. I mean, that's just silly from Tata Martino. Yeah, Mexico are acting up here. And then Lozano was shown yellow for getting in the face of the referee. This is getting out of control. What a moment here. Christian Pulisic. Wow, he's had, 4 minutes to think about it now. But now he'll step up. This is the moment. Yes, come on, USA. Absolutely, Bennett. We've passed midnight Eastern time. Any famous autographs behind me, Eric? No, not really. My dad actually coached college soccer, and each ball represents 100 wins. So he had obviously over 400 wins. The most recent ball that hasn't been framed yet, that was number 400, and each ball was signed by the players on his team. So not famous autographs, just Division III college soccer players. But hey, it's still pretty cool, I think. Anyways, it was a nice gesture by them as well to give my dad a signed ball. All right, here we go. The moment of truth. Christian Pulisic stepping up to put the U.S. in the lead. The 114th minute. Here's the whistle. Here's Pulisic. He scores! Christian Pulisic roofs it into the top corner. Throws off the shirt and celebrates. The United States take the lead. 114th minute. The United States 3, Mexico 2. Captain America comes up clutch. And this is what great players do. Even when they have an off night like Pulisic's had, they step up when it matters most. And that's exactly what Christian Pulisic did. With all the time to think about the penalty, Christian Pulisic made absolutely no mistake. Top corner, Christian Pulisic puts the U.S. on top. In the second half of extra time, he converts from the penalty spot. Absolutely huge, and that was just the perfect penalty kick from Pulisic. Unreachable for Guillermo Ochoa. As great as a goalkeeper as he is, there was no way he was reaching that one. And now there's an injured American. Oh no, did a Mexican fan hit an American player? The Mexican fans are getting out of control now. It was Gio Reyna. Reyna got pelted with an object. And these Mexican fans have to be tossed out. This is completely irresponsible from the Mexican supporters. Gio Reyna had an object tossed at him. And security has to find the fan who did this, as Pulisic is now helped out by the athletic trainers. He's limping back towards the U.S. bench. That's just inexcusable. You can't have fans pelting objects at the U.S. players. I mean, yeah, disrespectful fans, no doubt about it. Yep, throwing bottles at the corner flag. Let's see here. Yep, the bottles were coming down from the stands. Gio Reyna was there in the front. Yeah, and one hit him right in the face. Oh, wow. Yeah, he got hit right in the head. That's just, those are ugly scenes. Those are ugly scenes. We've got about 3.5 minutes left until stoppage time. I believe a yellow card was shown. Oh yeah, absolutely, Tony. I'm not, obviously it's ugly from those Mexican supporters, but I know that doesn't, the action of those few fans doesn't represent the Mexican supporters as a whole. I'm not going to profile all Mexican supporters like that. No doubt about it. So yeah, I definitely understand, accept the apology, Tony. Obviously you don't want to see that from any fans, but we are past the 117th minute, Czar Force. So we have just under 3 minutes left until stoppage time, and there's going to be a good amount added on. Where did my dad coach? He coached at Wheaton College, Division III school in Norton, Massachusetts. So yeah, here in Massachusetts, he coached Wheaton College. Made it to the Final Four in 2004, the year I was born, actually. So yeah, but he doesn't coach there anymore. He actually referees now, and he's a club coach. But yeah, he stopped coaching college soccer 3 years ago now. Well, 2.5 years ago, basically. All right, Mexico free kick. This game is not over yet. I can tell you that much. Here's Lainez. Lainez a strike. That is blocked out for a Mexico corner kick. This is played short. Here comes the cross. Headed down. U.S. trying to clear. The strike goes into the side netting, and the Mexican players are furious. They wanted a handball. They're all in the referee's face. Goal kick to the U.S. The referee seems pretty confident that this was not a handball. Oh, really, Zarfor? Your niece graduated from Wheaton. That's crazy. Yeah, what a small world. Yeah, yep. My dad coached there for 20 years, actually. Yeah. Let's look back at the replay here. Well, it was certainly off the thigh of Brooks, but I think the shouts were for McKenzie handball. It certainly went off his hand, but he had it by his side. Oh no, now that's going to be a review. If the arm was extended away from the body, there's certainly a case to be made for Mexico. A VAR penalty check taking place. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, Rodrigo. I think it was a plastic cup, to be honest. I don't know if it hit him in the eye or something. Perhaps Reyna was embellishing a bit. I see what you're saying, Rodrigo. But at the end of the day, you can't be throwing objects if you're the fans, as you said. So, oh man, we're into the stoppage time of the second half of extra time. There's going to be a lot added on, but right now the focus is on a possible penalty kick for Mexico. I don't know here. Let's see. I mean, this would be super harsh. I'm not saying that just because I'm a U.S. fan, to be honest. Oh, it was a straw into the eye. Yeah, you could be right, Caden. I think you might be right. It might have been a straw into the eye. Yeah, a lot of suspense here, undoubtedly. Wow, what a moment. The referee's going to have a long, hard look. I don't know. The arm was out a little, but you have to take into account the proximity and how fast the ball is coming. Because the arm was out there, so it's a matter of the judgment of the referee here. This is nervy moment. Do I think it looks like a pen? Listen, it's not egregious. You have to have enough evidence to overturn it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Mono, we'll see. We'll see if it was a handball. And yes, it was. A penalty kick awarded to Mexico. Unbelievable. Unreal. Wow. Wow. It's a pen. It's a penalty. Yeah, I mean, the arm of McKenzie was out. His arm was out, so I'm not entirely surprised by the decision. Wow, so here we go. It will be Andres Guardado stepping up for Mexico. Can Andres Guardado equalize late? The U.S. trying to plead their case, but the decision has been made. Now it's up to Ethan Horvath. Can Horvath, the backup goalkeeper, be the hero for the United States? Guardado, just like Pulisic, with a lot of time to think about this kick. Yeah, it's a fair point, Michael. It's a fair point. All right. It's Guardado against Horvath. Mexico pretty much on the last play of the game, looking to force penalties. As before the penalties taken, a bit of pushing and shoving at the edge of the box. The referee splitting them up. Wow, what a moment. What a moment. Can Horvath be the hero? 124th minute. And a long run up here from Guardado. Here we go. There's the whistle. Guardado. The long run up. Save! 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 Ethan Horvath makes the stop. Now on the rebound, the U.S. will clear. And now Mexico in desperation mode. This is floated forward. Horvath is there. He secures the ball. And Ethan Horvath is going to be the hero. Wow. Unbelievable. It's not the best penalty kick from Guardado, but Horvath went the right way, made the right arm stop. That is big time. More than big time. Unreal. This game just gets crazier and crazier. And now finally, the board has come up for stoppage time. There'll be 5 minutes added on, but we're 20 seconds away from reaching the 5th minute of stoppage time. So I'm sure there'll be a little more than that. We're into the 125th minute in an epic game that just keeps on delivering. Not if you're a Mexican supporter. This is out to midfield. Pulisic. Now Leggett. Leggett into McKennie. McKennie edge of the box. Squares it. Here's a strike. That one's blocked away with the effort. And getting in the way appeared to be Gallardo. Wow. A low save by Horvath on the penalty. Guardado going for pace. Couldn't quite pick out that bottom left corner. And absolute disbelief from the Mexican bench. Yeah, that's true, Eric. Ochoa, yeah, he is huge. But Pulisic was able to score his PK against Ochoa. And Guardado missing his against Horvath. What a night for the youngster Ethan Horvath. I mean, he will never forget this match. His first competitive match with the U.S., coming in as a substitute to replace the injured Zach Steffen. Well, Eric, Horvath actually already plays in Belgium. He's the backup at Club Brugge in Belgium. But, yeah, perhaps he could make a leap to an even bigger club. We'll see. Obviously, it's just one game, but what a game it's been from the young goalkeeper. Peter, Zach Steffen got injured as a pitch invader has come on. Oh no, a fan is streaking on and security will get him. The fan just gave way as the security tackles the spectator who made his way onto the pitch. How old is Horvath? I'm not sure. Yeah, absolute scenes, no doubt, Bennett. Yeah, it wasn't the best penalty at all from Guardado. I think the pressure might have got to him. I don't know how much time is left. We've played 7 minutes of stoppage time. We're literally entering the 128th minute. They said they were adding 5. I wouldn't be surprised if we went to like the 129th, 130th minute. So maybe like 1 or 2 minutes left, but I don't even know. This has been the most crazy game I've ever seen. In all of soccer, I'm not even kidding. Ethan Horvath, by the way, is 25 years old. So he's not super young, actually. He's kind of old for this team. I thought he was more like 23, to be honest. But Ethan Horvath there to claim. The final whistle is any moment now. Yeah, young for a goalie. That's true, Gregory, yeah. A long punt here. 128 minutes in the books. The final whistle any moment. It's now 12:22 in the morning on the east coast of the United States where I live. Here's a long throw down the line. Pulisic will chase it down. Pulisic fouled. Free kick to the U.S. And now it's getting chippy. Pulisic is injured and Guardado's going after him. And now McKennie pushing and shoving. And now the fans throwing objects again. This is getting ridiculous. What are these fans doing? I mean, these Mexican supporters, they just threw an object at their own guy. Martin just got hit with a bottle by a Mexican supporter. I mean, the fans are getting out of control. Thank you, Tremaine, for joining. I cannot show the cup lift for copyright reasons, unfortunately, Tremaine. This game is on CBS Sports Network, Paramount Plus, and Univision if you're in the United States. And I have to sign off right around a couple minutes anyways after this game ends. I have to head to bed. I have to wake up at 6 for school. Who would the U.S. play against after the game? Well, this is the final, Panda. So there's no, they'll be champions of the CONCACAF Nations League as long as they can hold on. But the U.S. do have a friendly on Wednesday against Costa Rica in Utah. So that's what's next for the U.S. And then after that friendly, it's the Gold Cup this summer. Yeah, I know. The Mexico fans, they just have to accept it. They clearly can't accept defeat. Or at least, some of those in attendance, because they're just acting irresponsibly. I mean, along the whole corner flag in the sideline, there's objects all over the place as the U.S. win another throw. And we're into the 131st minute. I've never seen a soccer game go to the 131st minute as McKennie is now exchanging words with Luis Romo. Sebastian Lletget will take the throw-in. And there it is. It's all over. The United States defeat Mexico. We have done it. It's been years upon years of devastation against Mexico, but the United States have done it. Champions of the CONCACAF Nations League. United States 3, Mexico 2. That's the final score. After extra time, you see the emotion on display. You can tell what it means for this group of players. We all knew that this new generation was so very talented, but the question was, can they show up in the big tournaments that matter most? Can they show up in big games against Mexico, for example? And they did just that. And look at Ethan Horvath. Emotion overtaking Horvath, who grew in the game. He grew in the game. And look at that. Greg Berhalter embracing Horvath. What a moment. He has to be man of the match, coming in for the injured Steffen, and just an incredible, incredible performance from Horvath, who is the hero in the end, denying Andres Guardado in a 124th minute penalty kick attempt. And he seals the victory for the United States. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words a lot, Michael. I'm glad I made it a memorable night. This was a great game to call. And, if Mexico had won it, I still would have, enjoyed the great match it was, but I certainly would have been bummed. But the fact that the U.S. won it, I am just delighted right now, folks. I cannot tell you how happy I am as a diehard U.S. men's national team supporter. And for all of you Mexico fans tuning in, great game. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We did get the better of you tonight. I do have to brag about. I will have to wrap up the broadcast, everybody. It's approaching 12:30 a.m. my time. I've got to get to bed. Hope you guys enjoyed. The United States victorious 3-2 over Mexico after extra time. And the USA are CONCACAF Nations League champions. Thank you so much for the kind comments, Eric, and everyone else who tuned in. The U.S. supporters will be dancing through the night. And we have done it. Absolute jubilation on the face of the United States players. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. It was so fun to be. I felt like I was a part of this calling the game and having you guys tune in. Wonderful scenes in Denver. And I will see you guys next time. My next broadcast will be tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern time. I'll be on the call for Game 5 of Bruins Islanders in the NHL playoffs. Soccer's not the only sport I like. I love soccer, but I do like a lot of other sports. I'm a diehard Boston sports fan, so I will be on the call for Bruins Islanders tomorrow night. Hope you guys enjoyed. I sure did. So long, everybody. US